as beginners, I'm going to keep you to smaller size things. Before I show this one, I think I'm going to show some little projects. Okay, some of you students are in graphic design classes, and you have to do like a product design class. Well, even that can be adapted with screen printing. This is like for a box container, and I've had a lot of students design boxes or containers for product designs, labels for objects, and do some things that could also go with one of their other classes, like your product design class. There's also a possibility, if somebody's in ceramics, we can even print on tiles and have them fired in the kiln. I believe there's a ceramics kiln in the studio in a ceramics class. There may be a possibility to even print on ceramic, using the ceramic glazes, not our inks. This is another print, and there's saints and angels and things all over Florence. Well, this is a saint this one actually is from Rome. It's from the Sistine ceiling, one of the figures in the Sistine ceiling, not the ceiling, the wall. And then he put together with some contemporary spacemen. And this is the floor of the Duomo. This is a positive, negative effect. Door knockers. There's lots of great door knockers and gargoyles and all kinds of neat creatures all over the city. You can see I use them in my costume too. I'm actually going to, on the first week, have you go out and find some little details like these around. They're everywhere. They're just hidden. You have to look for them. We can go on a walk and we can go find some of these gargoyles, door knockers, wine doors, tabernacles, all kinds of interesting characters all over the city of Florence that usually people don't notice sometimes. This one is from the Pantheon in Rome. So I want you to get your ideas from Florence, and as you get to travel, Rome, Siena, Venice. This is one of the symbols that's used. He's made cute, but this is one of the symbols of the trades. This is also something I want to talk about in our first lessons about the trades in Florence, the artigiani trades. They all had their history, and they all had their own symbol. They all had their own saint. And there's one church called Orto San Michele that has all of these symbols on it, all the symbols of the different trades, the one for the weavers, the one for the wool people, the one for the metal workers. It's all around the church with their patron saint. And we'll take a walk down there, and I'll explain what each and every one of them is. Because textiles and metalworking are really a very important part of Florence's history and help make Florence rich. This is from a museum, the Specula, the fish display. You can get your ideas from everywhere. And like I said, there's all kinds of saints and strange martyrs and things around that you can get image from. This one is a woman martyr called Saint Agatha, and supposedly she had her breast cut off, so this is her. More the cypress tree, the cedar trees, cypress trees. A more obvious inspiration with the Botticelli. Lots of graffiti to get inspiration from in Florence as well. More angels. They're everywhere. A really nicely rendered rooster with lots of stipple and detail. A self-portrait kind of in an Andy Warhol style. This person got this inspiration from Holland when she went on a semester break to Holland. There's some metallic paint in here. I have some metallic paint. We won't use a lot of it, but we have a little bit of it, okay, for accents only. And again, using saints, but this one is getting a haircut. Yeah, you shouldn't have to look very far to get ideas. Florence is just full of things. This is a design for a textile. This photograph here has many colors in it, many layers. This took a lot of work to plan and produce it, but you can see you can almost get like a painting, but you have to work at it. And this student decided to do like Andy Warhol type of effect. And I think this was the exchange machine, the change machine. And this was some kind of construction site that he saw here in Florence. And this was for parking. And he took his photograph, and then he added one color to each one besides the photograph. And it has like an Andy Warhol kind of effect. This one is one of mine. I'm a textile person, so my photographs got turned into fabric instead of paper. When you come to the studio, you will be going through this very large green door. So this is kind of a map how to get to the studio. But I will probably come to the school and accompany you here the first time you come to study. So this is the door to this studio. This is the map of Villa Guelpha, where the studio is. And these are my feet coming in on the pavement into the school. And I turn everything into quilts or sewing or fabrics. This is another one I did, but this one's more paper. See if I can get it out. This was a different studio that I was in. Same on Villa Guelpha, so I have the Villa Guelpha map. And this was this was the window above the door, and there was this curtain right here. I took the real curtain out of the window, and I placed it on the screen and exposed it to the light. And it picked up every bit of weaving and every bit of lace effect that was in the curtain. And that was the background. And on top of that, this is on a piece of silk, and this is on a piece of silk. And they were sewed onto the paper. It was a mixed media. Okay. So we can mix media. There's a lot of mixed media we can do. Another, we can print on leather, we can print on ceramic, we can print on some wood pieces also, besides paper and fabric.